Ever hit that mid-afternoon wall? Just feel like your brain's kind of wading through molasses.
Yeah, happens to the best of us.
It really does. And you might be thinking, is there a simple fix? Something to, nudge that energy and focus back? Today, we're looking at one piece of that puzzle, vitamin B12.
But not just a general lecture on B12, we're actually zooming in on one specific product you might find online.
Exactly. Think of it like a smart shortcut to getting informed. We're focusing today on USDA Organic Vitamin B12 Sublingual Drops 5,000 milligram liquid vegan methylcobalamin. You know the type. You see it pop up on Amazon. And those product pages, they just throw so much info at you, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. Descriptions, reviews, comparisons.
Well,
It's a lot.
so our goal today is to help you, the listener, cut through that noise, pull out what really counts. What is this stuff? What's it supposed to do? And, crucially, what are actual users saying? Let's dive in.
Okay, so the source is right there. The Amazon listing for this specific B12 product. It's got everything, the seller's pitch, the ingredients, how to use it, and, yeah, that customer feedback.
The unfiltered stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're going to break that all down to give you the essentials.
All right, let's start with the basics then. What exactly is this product we're looking at? Lay it out for us.
Okay, so the name itself tells us a fair bit. USDA Organic Vitamin B12 Sublingual Drops. Liquid B12, meant to go under the tongue. That's the sublingual part.
For faster absorption, presumably.
That's the idea. Then you've got 5,000 milligram. That's the dose per serving, which is pretty substantial.
Okay.
And liquid vegan methylcobalamin. That tells us the form of B12. Methylcobalamin is an active form, and it's vegan sourced.
Methylcobalamin. Right.
Okay.
Why is that bit important? Is it better than other types?
Well, it's often preferred, yeah. It's one of the forms the body can potentially use directly without needing to convert it first, unlike, say, cyanocobalamin.
Ah, okay. Less work for the body.
Kind of. And vegan is obviously key for many people, since B12 mostly comes from animal products.
Good point. So what about the bottle itself? How much do you get?
It's 2 fluid ounce bottle. And based on the suggested dose we'll get to, that they say it's roughly a 2-month supply.
2 months. Okay. Any flavor mentioned?
Yep. Natural berry mix.
Yeah.
And spoiler alert, the flavor gets mixed reviews later on.
Huh. Always the way with flavors, isn't it? And I see some badges on the listing, too.
2 main ones. USDA Organic and Climate Pledge Friendly.
Okay, USDA Organic, what does that actually guarantee?
So according to the listing info, it means at least 95% organic ingredients. And the production follows strict rules like no prohibited pesticides or fertilizers for 3 years on the land.
Right.
And, other rules about GMOs, artificial ingredients, the usual organic standards. The Climate Pledge Friendly badge is often linked to certifications like organic, suggesting it meets certain sustainability benchmarks.
That's made in the U.S.?
Manufactured in the USA, yep, that's mentioned too.
So definitely ticking boxes for people prioritizing organic or maybe U.S.-made products. Okay, beyond what it is, what does the company claim it does? What are the benefits they're highlighting?
Right, the promises. Well, the big one, often the main reason people look for B12, is an energy boost.
The classic B12 claim.
Exactly. Then there's support for focus and mood. So cognitive function, emotional balance. They also mention brain health more broadly, things like memory, cognitive function again, brain energy.
Brain energy, interesting.
Yeah. And they push the fast absorption angle because it's liquid and sublingual.
Well, under the tongue, yeah.
And finally, they reiterate that it's vegan, GMO-free, and sugar-free. Clean formula, basically.
Energy-focused, brain stuff, quick absorption, clean label. It sounds pretty comprehensive. How are you supposed to take it?
Instructions are pretty standard for liquid supplements. Shake well first, then take 1 milliliter, which they say is about 30 drops once a day.
Okay.
And the key is to hold it under your tongue for about 30 seconds before you swallow. That's for the sublingual bit.
Right. Give it time to absorb.
Yep. Though
Yeah.
they do say you can just add it to a drink if you'd rather not do the under-the-tongue thing.
Good to have options. What about safety? Any warnings or things to look out for?
Oh, yeah. The usual supplement disclaimers. Keep it away from kids. It's for
Goodbye.
adults only.
Standard stuff.
And definitely check with your doctor before starting if you have any health conditions or you're on medication. Also, not recommended if you're pregnant or nursing.
Right.
Don't use it if the seal's broken, obviously. And this is important for some folks. The allergy warning. It's made in a facility that processes common allergens, milk, eggs, wheat, soy, fish, shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts.
Ah, okay. So definitely something for people with allergies to note. Good catch. All right, we've heard the company's side, But what about the real users? Let's get into those customer reviews. What are people actually saying?
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Amazon uses AI to summarize themes, which is kind of helpful. First up, taste.
The berry flavor we mentioned.
That's the one. And it's polarizing. You get lots of pleasant taste, great taste, even delicious.
Sounds good so far.
But then you also get reviews calling it disgustingly sweet or just average. So, yeah, seems very subjective.
Huh. Taste really is personal. What about value? Did people feel it was worth the price?
On value, the feedback seems much more consistent and positive. Words like appropriately priced, well priced, great product for the cost. People seem to feel they're getting decent bang for their buck.
Okay, that's a plus. Now, the big one, energy. Did people actually feel more energetic?
Seems so, for many. Lots of reports of increased energy, feeling better overall. Some even mentioned feeling like it helps speed up their metabolism.
Interesting, though that's obviously an individual perception.
Absolutely. But the feeling of more energy was definitely a common positive comment.
And overall effectiveness.
Yeah.
Beyond just energy, did people feel it, worked?
Generally, yes. The summaries use terms like perfect, works well, works great. Some even said it works quickly. So a general sense of satisfaction there.
Works quickly. We'll come back to that. How easy was it to actually use? Taking drops versus, say, swallowing a pill?
People seem to like the liquid format. They called it easy to take, very easy to use. Definitely seen as simpler than pills by some.
Yeah, I can see that being a plus for consistency. Now, feeling better is one thing, but does anyone mention actual, lab results? Changes in their B12 levels?
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
This was quite interesting. Several reviewers mentioned that their doctor had confirmed their B12 levels improved after taking this.
Oh, wow.
Some specifically said they started with low B12, and this helped get their levels into the normal range. One even said their level was now perfect, according to their doctor.
That's pretty compelling feedback, having it backed by tests.
Definitely adds weight to the effectiveness claims.
Okay, and back to that works quickly comment. Was that a recurring theme?
It did pop up. Some users felt the effects were noticeable pretty fast. Works very well and very quickly. That perception might tie into the sublingual delivery idea.
Right, the faster absorption theory. Now, we talked about the taste under the tongue, but what about the actual experience of holding it there? Any issues?
Well, opinions varied a bit. Some found it easy, liquid easily swallowed after the 30 seconds.
Okay.
But others, tying back to the taste issue, found it a bit harsh if you swallow it instantly. Or complained that the taste, whether they liked it or not, lingers.
Ah, so the taste can be a bit persistent for some.
Seems like it. So the method might be easy, but the sensory experience varies.
Gotcha. Were there any specific review quotes that really stood out, positive or negative?
Yeah, there were a few good summaries. One positive one went, easy to take, pleasant taste, increases energy level when taken daily over time, appropriately priced. Kind of covers all the bases.
Nice summary.
Another was super enthusiastic. This high-quality, potent, and delicious sublingual B12 supplement is perfect and well-priced.
High praise.
But then, on the flip side, you had someone saying, it's gross, and the taste lingers in your mouth. It doesn't go away even if you swish it with water or eat something afterward.
Wow, okay, that really shows the split on taste, doesn't it?
Definitely highlights how different people can react to the exact same product.
So the listing also compares this to similar items, right? How does it stack up?
Yeah, the compare with similar items section shows other B12 options. You see variations in price, definitely. Different flavors, too, some unflavored, some other fruit types. And forms some are lozenges, not liquid drops.
So different delivery methods, too.
Right. But the key thing that makes this one stand out in that comparison is the USDA Organic label. Not all the others listed had that specific certification.
So that organic aspect seems to be a major selling point or differentiator for them?
It appears so, yes, along with being vegan and methylcobalamin.
And that ties back to the sustainability angle, too, with the Climate Pledge Friendly badge.
Exactly. The organic certification is likely a big part of why it gets that badge, emphasizing the use of organic materials. It caters to that growing interest in, environmentally conscious products.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this up for the listener. If you're considering this specific B12 supplement, what are the main takeaways from our deep dive?
Okay, so to boil it down, you've got USDA Organic Vegan B12 drops. It's methylcobalamin, a high-dose 5,000 ml a gram. It's liquid, meant for quick absorption under the tongue.
Right.
The big claims are energy, focus, mood, and brain health. Customer feedback is generally positive on effectiveness, the value you get for the price, and how easy it is to use.
But the taste.
But the taste is a real point of division.
Yeah.
Some love the berry flavor, some really don't. And its organic status is a key feature compared to some competitors.
So it sounds like it could be a solid choice if organic and vegan are high on your list and you're willing to take a chance on the taste, perhaps.
Pretty much. And it shows how much you can actually glean from just digging into one of these online product pages, reading between the lines of the claims and the reviews.
Yeah, you really can get a decent picture without spending hours researching, just by looking closely at the source like we did.
Exactly. Just listening to this, you've done a good chunk of homework on this particular auction.
Okay, so final thought for you, the listener, to chew on. We know B12 is important, right? Crucial for nerves, energy, DNA, lots of stuff.
Unnatural.
And we've seen there are all these different ways to get it: pills, liquids like this, even injections. So thinking beyond just the cost or whether you like the berry flavor, what other personal factors might be really important for you when picking a B12 supplement? Maybe it's about your diet or specific health goals, or maybe just how sensitive you are to different ingredients or delivery methods.
Yeah, that's a great question. What matters most to your individual needs and preferences? Something to think about.